often told not to judge a book by its cover. Well, take this place, for instance. It's neat, it's tidy, it's well presented, and then you open the door and it's a whole other story. It's a pretty common sight, the dumping ground beside the front door. Well, there is a better way. You can tidy this lot up so it's better for you and for your visitors. And the good news, we can take care of this in a weekend. So our plan is to use flat packs to build in a blanket box with a top, so it doubles as a seat. Then up above, we'll put in a shelf with storage compartments and hooks. Now what Scotty here is doing is making us up 2 flat pack units. One of these alone could take care of a lot of storage woes, a very easy job to do in the weekend. For the one down below, what we're going to do is turn it on its side and mount it on top of a plinth. With the other one, we're going to wall mount it. Now on top of a shelf, which I'm going to build here, out of some very simple off-the-shelf materials, including brackets. So it's a shelf on a shelf, if you know what I mean. It's pretty straightforward really, a backboard of MDF attached at right angles to a pine top with strips of pine to trim. The next step is to give the whole thing a coat of paint. Now the brackets, they don't need painting because they're already pre-finished. To wrangle mess in a hallway, you know, a blanket box, a freestanding one, works really well. You can pop bags inside, you can also sit on it to tie your shoelaces. But here we're going for a slightly more built-in look, so it all starts with skirting board. Now what we've done is we've actually matched the existing skirting board because we want this to tuck neatly into the corner. Now what's really good about this idea is it kind of gives you that built-in look, but it's freestanding. So if you rent, you can do this too. We've joined 2 pieces of the skirting board together. Now these form an L shape which sits against the wall. Again, nothing fixed. We've also had a piece of MDF cut to size. Now this just sits over the top and just rests on the existing skirting board. Now what we do is we just glue this down and nail it off, and that forms the base plate for the rest of the unit. These really are good for storage. You can stand them upright, or you can do like we're doing here and just lay it down. Now this sits on top. It doesn't get fixed in place, but what does hold it together is some of this square moulding. A strip along the front and one at the side, which gets glued and nailed down. You know, having this backing plate on the whole shelving unit gives us a lot more flexibility when we're hanging this. Now because we have a backing board, we can attach our shelf exactly where we want it, so don't have to position the brackets over a stud. And a firm fixing plate if we want to add hooks and knobs, you know, for hats, umbrellas and bags and all that other stuff that ends up in the hallway. I really do love a shelf, especially one as generous as this, but if we take it one step further and add the other flat pack unit on top, it not only takes the whole height of the unit up, but it also gives us compartments for storage and also some for display. All of our projects are falling into place perfectly. Now the paint's dried, we can start assembling. And a little bit of warmth amongst all this white, some timber, which we've just stained, takes us from a cabinet to a seat as well. Not bad. If you've only got a few hours to spare this weekend, honestly, you could do little more than hang some hooks in your hallway to start getting things tidy. But because I've got this beautiful backing board, it just gives me so many more decorative options. Now, if you're a Virgo or you like things neat and tidy, you could just hang conventional hooks all the way in a row. I like to mix things up a little bit more, probably because I'm a Gemini. So I've got knobs and bits and pieces that I can hang everywhere. It just gives us a really great decorative display. Looks good when things are hanging on them and good when they're not. See, storage can be stylish and very effective. Now all I've got to do is train the kids to actually put their shoes away.